Hello and welcome to all my beautiful vibrant hearts and ephemeral souls who are Aries suns, have big Aries placements, or cross watchers for Aries. Welcome to your month ahead messages looking at the month of May 2025. So what we're going to do here is we are going to pull a couple oracle cards to get our overarching themes for your month ahead, and then we will use the tarot to clarify and get further details and messages. So without further ado, in true Aries fashion, let's just dive right on in there. let's leap boldly, boundlessly, without looking. Some of you, I don't know why, even though this is like for major Aries placement, some of you may also have Mercury in Aries. I'm picking that up. Okay, so one card was sticking out. It got my attention. We had the Divine Masculine. I don't really read oracle cards in reverse unless the deck is designed like that. So for some of you, there's kind of a sense where you could be waiting to hear from somebody, possibly a masculine energy. We have the number 22. Some of you are waiting to hear, this is definitely very strong. You're waiting to either hear word about whether or not you get like the go-ahead to move on something, or you're waiting to get the inspiration for a move you want to make. Yeah, because we have dynamic at the bottom. There's a dynamic in your life that needs to change. And so this is going to be a month where you may be waiting for some type of news or some type of insight about what that change needs to be. Immense growth is at the bottom. I love vultures. I love them. A lot of you guys in this period, this feels like there's some contemplation, but it's meaningful, it's purposeful, right? You're not just kind of sitting around, sitting on your hands. A lot of you guys are going to be taking, excuse me, any moments of stillness to really be contemplating your journey. I love vultures because they're all about, really extracting the wisdom of the experience, right? Really getting the growth, the most that you possibly can. And this is number 15. 15 in the tarot would be the Devil card. So it feels like a lot of you guys, you either are ready to grow past or outgrow a karmic cycle, or you already have. You've done that, you've shed that, you've gotten the most that you can possibly get out of the lesson. Saturn's really put you through your paces, because Saturn is about to move into Aries very soon as well. So for some of you, there's a really, really big shift. I would look at what house Pisces falls in your chart. That might kind of give you a little bit of insight. But you're getting ready to kind of shed an old skin and leave a version of self behind, both symbolically and possibly literally. Again, if you're waiting for the word, you're waiting for the go-ahead on something. So those are kind of some themes that are coming through, but something has ended or is ending. And this is a wrap-up period. Excuse me, my allergies. They're just awful. So your big themes, let's see what we get. Universal love, okay. Some of you have Pisces in the 11th house. Some of you also have big Aquarius placements, but universal love. Card 44, so that's two repeating numbers. We had 22 and 44, so 2s and 4s, very significant here. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. You guys' crown chakra's popping off. It is on fire. We really love that. I really like this. Small steps, big accomplishments. And we got the turtle. We got those little turtles. Some of you, that's your animal synchronicity is a turtle. For some of you, that's what it will become. Excuse me. There we go. I got it. I got my tea nearby in case it gets unruly. 44 reduces to an 8, and this is card 8. So there is abundance here. 8 for me as well is always about the balance between spirit and matter. So it feels like you guys have kind of come full circle on some type of cycle in your life that needed to have some type of balance between your spiritual selves and your earthly selves, your earthly life. And you've done that. There's this sense where you feel like, again, you've grown a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if the 6 of Cups comes out, if Judgment comes out when we do your tarot. But this is really going to be a month where it feels like you're looking at how, this makes me think of small hinges swing big doors. It feels like you're looking at the hinges that you've created, and a door is opening while another shuts, whether this is very obvious yet or not. A lot of you guys are also thinking about the love in your life, right? And I don't mean that romantically. I mean like the way that you connect with other people. The way that for some of you, this is about a connection to purpose. Some of you are really considering a big relocation. It's like, I want to find my place. I'm getting this instinct of wanting to put down roots. And it's like, I want to find where I belong. I want to find what's good for me, what works for me. Some of you really deeply want to find like community, especially for those of you where Saturn has recently been transiting your 11th house. It's like you really, or you have like a lot of Aquarius placements as well, particularly like destiny placements in Aquarius. Or like, I would say destiny, or like self-related placements. So this could be Aquarius, like rising. I'd say your North Node in Aquarius, Aquarius in 10th house as well, stuff like that. But there's like a sense here of wanting to connect with your spiritual community, with the people with whom you'll do your spiritual work, right? That was very much a part of Saturn transiting Pisces. And so for many of you, that's been something that you've been contemplating, is where you fit in, where you belong. Some of you have been on a journey to figure out some aspect of that. So this feels like this is a month where you're either contemplating this journey, again, there's a wrap up here, or you're taking a step in the right direction. And it's a very significant step, even if it doesn't look like that, right? It's something that, with the card that we saw at the bottom, will incur immense growth. It's like you've been wrapping up some stuff that was in the way of this. So let's get some more details. All right, 10 of Cups. The 2 of Pentacles. All right, that's this one. And the 7 of Swords. The Magicians at the bottom. You guys are very powerful manifestors. Gemini, Virgo energy coming through. And it's Mercury. I think we talked about that, Mercury and Aries. Page of Pentacles. And it's interesting we have a crossroads here. Okay, so you guys are, again, at this crossroads. You're starting something new, and you're trying to decide. It feels like I'm getting this energy because whenever I love the 2 of Pentacles came out in the center, because whenever I get the 2 of Pentacles, I like to look at what's on either side of it, and it's like, boom, smack dab in the middle. Just the way I like it. Because the 2 of Pentacles is in the middle, right? What's on either side is this 10 of Cups and 7 of Swords. See how this person's alone, this person's surrounded by their loved ones. This is very spread out, right? It's very expansive. This is very like, this person's clutching all the swords to them. It's very cloaked. It's very, very different energy. Pardon my itchy eyeball. I'm like staring at you guys. Very different energy, very different body language, very different, very different ways of doing things throughout this entire, like, just everything about both of these cards, right? And it feels like you're navigating a decision right now with the 2 of Pentacles. And it is a decision of the mind, because I'm noticing the 2 swords up on the mantle here. It is a decision of the mind, but this mostly feels like with the 2 of Pentacles, this is a decision in terms of your action, right? Your investment, what you end up picking, what you end up going with. And I feel a lot of you are being given some type of choice, or you're working on some type of decision. And it might look like it's about, 2 different parts of your life. It feels like it's one of those things that on the surface, it doesn't look like a big decision, but it is a big deal for you. Right? And this is because I feel many of you, you're prioritizing in some form or fashion your 10 of Cups. What that means for you, we'll clarify in a moment, but what that means for you. And there is a pattern of self-sabotage or running away, possibly running away from others, running away from love, from connection, from closeness with others, that it feels like a lot of you guys are going to be prompted to leave behind. And I feel as if you're doing that this month. Some of you, you've already made this decision. It's kind of like, excuse me, I'm going to take a sip of my tea. There we go. Some of you have already made this decision, and it's kind of this sense of starting to see the fruits of your labor manifest. So let's see what we have here. What's this 10 of Cups? Oh, the Knight of Cups. Some of you guys, you want, like, this is, there's love, right? Pisces energy here. And the 7 of Swords. It's the 8 of Pentacles. I'm feeling the need to put them upright. Sometimes I read reversals. Actually, most of the time I do, but today I did not feel, for this set of readings, I didn't feel the need, but it was initially reversed. Excuse my burp. And the 4 of Cups. This is very, much about emotional connection for you guys. Okay. So there's a decision here, right? There's potentially weighing your options. Some of you guys have a set of opposing needs. It feels like this self-sabotage pattern in the past has been about not doing the work, right? Not putting in the effort. There's always a reason not to. There's always Okay, some of you are a real big fan of the Irish goodbye. Like, you kind of, and you might, with that magician energy, you might kind of do this, like, not even just, you know, at social settings, but like kind of in your life, right? And that's, you know, no shame, no judgment here. But you might have a tendency to do this where there's like, you just like to kind of keep parts of yourself to yourself. You like to keep it hidden, but there's always a reason. I'm noticing her broom is up on the wall. It's like staying in one place, right? Hanging up your hat somewhere. There's always a reason, whether it's literally like you're always on the move, or emotionally, especially emotionally here. Excuse me. It's like always having a reason to leave. Always having a reason to let something go. You're very in touch with your intuition and instincts with the black cats here, because we have 3 different black cats. And normally in the traditional tarot, only one card has a cat on it, and it's a black cat, and it's the Queen of Wands. But you're very in touch with your intuition, right? And the 7 of Swords can be about that. It's that instinct, it's that slyness. But it feels as if that part of your life is over, or that instinct, the way you have experienced it, has served you already. And it feels like now a lot of you guys are getting the instinct, getting the push that it's time to kind of lay down some sort of roots, some sort of foundation. And so it feels like there's this decision up ahead about where you want to invest in, right? Do I want to do what I've always done before? Do I want to, you know, put in all this effort to get to a certain point and then bounce? Do I want to, some of you, it's like the cycle of rushing into something and then you find out more about it and then you're like, no, I don't want to commit to that, right? You like, you know, kind of find a way to sneak off before it comes time to really do some type of work, whatever that might mean for you. Or there's this recognition here of, if I want this 10 of Cups, whatever this is for you, for many of you, this is love. This is a deep connection, just because it's clarified by the Knight of Cups, right? This is like, you know, proposal, marriage, family, home. You know, this is your happy ending. Your heart is full and you have people that you love to share it with. A lot of you guys are like, I want that, right? If this is what I want, I have to be willing to take steps in that direction. We have the shark pictured on this card, and sharks for me are always about being in survival mode, right? But because it's flying over that, it's like you're finally kind of like, you're getting a bird's eye perspective on these more like kind of survival driven tendencies that you've had. You might be getting kind of like you're ascending past survival mode, and it's kind of like, I can do this, right? I can stay in one place. I can open myself up. Some of you guys are just, you're blossoming at this time. I want to clarify this Knight of Cups just a little further. Yeah, the High Priestess, this is what I mean. This is instinct. We have 2 candles here. Whenever I see the wands, or excuse me, the candles in tarot and oracle, it makes me think of the wand suit. It feels like there's this sense, and one is white and one is black, right? Much like the pillars in the traditional High Priestess card. It feels like you actually have a pretty good grasp on your light and shadow aspects. And so while before the instinct may have been to kind of, it feels like there's like a sense here where the growth for you in the past may have been from, you know, finding your independence, from learning how to trust your intuition, your timing. You guys have a very good rhythm that you work with the universe with. Like, you have a good sense of that. And now intuitively you're being drawn to connect with others, to possibly lay down roots, to create something emotionally that is abundant and that is stable. And there is a sense of following that intuitive prompting. Following that intuitive prompting here. And yet another black cat. There's cats on pretty much all these cards, but we have calico on, it's interesting, the 2 cups cards here are calicos, the rest are all black cats. So I don't know if you have a calico or a black cat. Some of you are about to get one. You're about to get a cat. The cat distribution system. But this is going to be a month where a lot of you guys, this feels more at like an internal level again. But there's this knowing of like, okay, I know what I want. I know what I need to do. And because we saw that magician, this to me means that you're very close to creating it, right? It's becoming aware of like, okay, this is what I want. Boom. Yeah, because the 2 of Swords is right here, right? There's a sense of like, sorry to hit a bullseye, and you're gonna get like the other one. So it feels like you've wrapped up one cycle where you really like hit your target, you really like hit the mark, and now you're about to start out on a new journey entirely. I kind of want to just pull you like just last few cards to round us out here. Yeah, Ten of Swords. It feels like there was a very difficult cycle that taught you quite a lot of important lessons, and it's time to let that go. It's time to let that end, and that's what I feel like has been making it difficult or blocking connection with others. Yeah, Page of Wands. It's time to start fresh. Aries energy right there. The Ten of Pentacles. And the Magician. A lot of you guys are kind of coming into this awareness of, I want something stable. I want a legacy. And there's, again, you know, another happy ending, happy family card. I want a legacy. Excuse me. There's a sense of wanting family. For some of you guys, orange is going to be your color. It's interesting because they're different suits, but they're wearing the same outfit. But there's like a sense of like wanting to build some type of legacy for yourself and wanting to have people that you love to share it with. For some, this is less about like having like a romantic love connection, and this is about finding your soul family, your people. For some, you're going to be connecting at a deeper level with your family. You're finally going to have, excuse me, finally going to have some really big breakthroughs with your family. There's going to be important truth that comes forward in the month ahead. And I do feel like there will be an offer with the Page of Wands that will send you off in a new direction, that's going to send you off on this new journey. And you might recognize it like that, or you might not, right? It might be something small. It might be like, hey, you know, we're going to go to this, you know, this class, or we're going to start this creative hobby. Do you want to join us? And it ends up leading you down a path of like a lot of fulfillment and people to share that with, right? This could be, you know, a family member that you've been at odds with or that you haven't really spoken a lot with is like, hey, you know what? We're going to have this party, this get together. Come with me. For some of you, you're finding out somebody in your family is like, they're having a child, and this is changing the dynamic between all of you. You're like, oh, wow, okay. And it's going to like change the way that you two relate to each other. So there's a sense of closeness and togetherness. And this has come from wrapping up a cycle of really being very independent and very much reliant on your instincts to get you through life's challenges. It's made you very capable. It's made you very resourceful, but now is a new type of growth journey. And so this is one that's primarily of the heart and about connecting to other people. So there might be small steps toward that this month, but you will find that they yield large rewards down the road. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. I hope that helped. I want to thank you for being here with me, sharing your time and energy, and I will see you soon. Take care.